Lin's skeleton warriors, enhanced by the undead general's legion strengthening skill, could now easily slice through the Crimson Moon Demon's fangs. When the purple liquid from the demon splashed onto the skeleton warriors, dealing damage, the undead general immediately used its legion heal to restore the skeletons, allowing them to continue fighting. This was a highly effective method, but it didn't seem to harm the Crimson Moon Demon, and Lin knew it. Seeing Lin struggle, Abyss Succubus Alice said, "Lin, we have analyzed your skills, and Her Majesty the Demon Queen specifically chose this Crimson Moon Demon for you." Alice smiled and taunted Lin, telling him to slowly enjoy the pleasure of being killed. Realizing there was no easy way out of this situation, Mo Yuan started to panic, asking Lin what they should do. Lin told her not to panic, assuring her that the Crimson Moon Demon must have a weakness. After calming down, Mo Yuan rode her divine horse and took to the sky, telling Lin that she would handle the demons above. When the Abyss Demons saw that Succubus Alice had summoned the Crimson Moon Demon to fight Lin, they approached her and asked, "Lady Alice, why don't we kill him with one big strike? His attributes are very low." Succubus Alice laughed and told them that if they wanted to die, they could go ahead and try. She explained that if it weren't for the restrictions of the eternal trials, Her Majesty the Demon Queen would have sent a higher-level Crimson Moon Demon. As they spoke, Mo Yuan suddenly attacked them. Succubus Alice ordered the Abyss Demons to kill Mo Yuan first, expressing her hatred for beautiful women. At her command, all the Abyss Demons charged at Mo Yuan. Succubus Alice was pleased, saying, "I've made enough preparations this time, Lin Mo Yu. You will definitely die. I want to see just how long you can last." Meanwhile, on the ground, the Crimson Moon Demon and the Skeleton Warriors were still fighting. The demon was using its fangs to destroy the Skeleton Warriors. Seeing his forces being decimated, Lin immediately cast his Slow Curse. The Slow Curse chains bound the Crimson Moon Demon's fangs, and then Lin used his Skeleton Fangs skill. The Skeleton Fangs emerged from the ground and pierced the demon's fangs, shattering them and freeing the Skeleton Warriors. However, Lin's attack still couldn't damage the Crimson Moon Demon. He realized he needed to find a way to force the demon's true body to appear. As he pondered, Lin suddenly remembered something and smiled. He used his newly obtained skill, Poison Stellar Ring. Although he hadn't had time to level up this skill, he knew it would be enough to force out the Crimson Moon Demon. When he activated Poison Stellar Ring, a bright green magic rune appeared, releasing poison. Mo Yuan was amazed to see that Lin had thought of a solution. The green poison spread everywhere, and Lin activated his skeleton armor to protect himself from its effects. Seeing the green smoke, the Abyss Demons were confused, wondering what Lin was doing. As the poison spread across the ground, it hit the Crimson Moon Demon, causing it to start materializing. Lin smiled as he finally located the Crimson Moon Demon and immediately used his Slow Curse on it. The Slow Curse chains bound the demon's true body as it became visible. After binding the demon, Lin used his Soul Blaze skill, telling the Crimson Moon Demon that it couldn't escape now. Soul Blaze engulfed the demon's body in green soul flames, and the fangs the demon had used to attack lost their strength and fell to the ground. Seeing this, Lin smiled and said, "It looks like this is indeed the Crimson Moon Demon's true body." Then Lin instructed Mo Yuan to force the Abyss Demons to the ground. Mo Yuan agreed, and flew into the midst of the Abyss Demons. She then used her Flying Band skill, a bright light covering the sky, and in the next second, Succubus Alice and all the Abyss Demons lost their ability to fly, and began to plummet to the ground. Succubus Alice was surprised, wondering what was going on. Why couldn't she fly? Isn't Flying Ban a skill that only top-level mages can use? So how could Mo Yuan use it? One by one, the Abyss Demons began to fall to the ground, where Lin's skeleton warriors were waiting for them. Before the Abyss Demons could react, they were surrounded by the skeleton warriors. Seeing the skeleton warriors, the Abyss Demons became frightened and tried to fly, but no matter what they did, they couldn't lift off. Succubus Alice realized that if she fell to the ground, she would not be able to escape. So, while falling, she pulled out a high-level random teleportation rune, broke it with her hand, and immediately teleported away to a random location. Succubus Alice escaped, but the Abyss Demons weren't so lucky. The skeleton mages used their elemental magic to attack the falling Abyss Demons, while the skeleton warriors charged at them with their swords. The skeleton warriors were slaughtering the Abyss Demons like ants. It was a complete massacre. The skeleton warriors piled up a mountain of Abyss Demon corpses. While Mo Yuan was flying in the sky, her hunter badge suddenly changed color. As Lin's partner, half of the military merit went to her, and she instantly received 100,000 merit points. Mo Yuan was shocked because she had worked so hard for 2 years to reach second lieutenant. but in an instant, she became a colonel. She was amazed that it only took Lin 5 seconds to kill so many abyss demons. Looking at Lin, she said, "This man is too ridiculous." After killing most of the abyss demons, Lin turned his attention to the Crimson Moon Demon, who was still chained by the slow curse. "It's your turn next." A skeleton warrior grabbed an abyss demon and threw it toward the Crimson Moon Demon. Lin used his skeleton fangs to kill that abyss demon. Afterward, he used his ultimate skill, Corpse Explosion, on the abyss demon's corpse. When Lin used his corpse explosion skill and the abyss demon's corpse was about to explode, the Crimson Moon Demon realized the danger and tried to use its fangs to grab the corpse and throw it away, but it was already too late. The abyss demon's corpse exploded, directly hitting the Crimson Moon Demon and destroying its fangs. The purple liquid scattered, some even splashing onto Lin, but his skeleton armor protected him. Due to the impact, the Crimson Moon Demon fell to the ground. Taking this opportunity, it tried to escape again into the earth, but because of Lin's Poison Stellar Ring skill, there was no place for the demon to hide. Wherever it went, Lin could easily locate it. The skeleton warriors threw abyss demons' corpses in its path, and Lin used his corpse explosion skill to detonate the ground and injure the Crimson Moon Demon. The entire ground trembled from the continuous explosions. Seeing the ground shaking, Lin said, "Crimson Moon Demon, is that your cry? It sounds so sweet." The skeleton warriors continued to throw abyss demons' corpses in whatever direction the Crimson Moon Demon went, and the ground kept exploding from Lin's corpse explosion, hitting the demon repeatedly. Mo Yuan was shocked to see how Lin was toying with the Crimson Demon. She realized that Lin was still the same as before, solving all problems by destroying everything in his path. There was no shortage of abyss demon corpses, so the skeleton warriors began throwing multiple corpses together. These corpses exploded, obliterating everything in the vicinity and leaving nothing behind. The entire area within the barrier placed by the succubus demon queen was burning. Mo Yuan stood beside Lin, watching from the sidelines as she didn't even need to lift a finger. Everything was under Lin's control. After being hit by so many attacks, the Crimson Moon Demon finally died. A system notification informed Lin that he had killed the level 52 Crimson Moon Demon. For defeating it, Lin received 2.9 million experience points and 10,000 military merit points, all of which went to Lin's hunter badge. After killing the Crimson Moon Demon, Lin thought, "This Crimson Moon Demon isn't powerful. As long as you find its main body, destroying it is very easy. But if I hadn't mastered the poison-type skill, I'm afraid it would have been impossible to deal with this Crimson Moon Demon." Since the succubus queen chose this demon to fight against him, Lin understood that the succubus queen must know a lot about him to target him like this. Lin was curious to know who leaked his information, wondering if it could be the demon-worshipping cult. After the Crimson Moon Demon died, Mo Yuan descended to the ground with her divine horse and sighed in relief, saying, "It's finally over." But suddenly, both Lin and Mo Yuan heard footsteps and turned around. It was the human hunters who had come to save Lin and Mo Yuan after the barrier placed by the succubus demon queen was destroyed. They were full of energy and came running to fight the enemy. But when they entered the barrier, they were shocked to see hundreds of abyss demons and dragon warriors' corpses scattered all around. They were stunned, asking why there were so many demon and dragonoid corpses. They couldn't believe their eyes, wondering if they were hallucinating. On the other hand, after defeating the enemy, Lin searched all the corpses of the abyss demons and dragon warriors for items. He looked quite experienced at collecting loot, which surprised Mo Yuan, making her wonder where he had learned it. While Lin was gathering his loot, the red light emanating from his body began to fade. Seeing this, Lin said, "It looks like 10 days have passed, and the primordial rune has fully integrated." He went to Mo Yuan and asked her, "Shall we go?" Mo Yuan asked if he was going to search for the god's chosen secret realm. Mo Yuan smiled brightly and told Lin that she would help him, saying, "With your abilities, you can completely clear the god's chosen secret realm." Meanwhile, far away in a dark castle, someone screamed, "Who is targeting the dragonkind?" It was the Dragon King. Furious because so many dragon warriors had been killed recently, he ordered his soldiers to investigate what exactly happened in the Eternal Trials. On his command, hundreds of dragon warriors entered the Eternal Trials to uncover the truth. After some time, they returned and informed their king about what had transpired in the Eternal Trials and how Lin had killed their kin. Hearing this, the Dragon King became so enraged that he wanted to go and kill Lin himself. He smashed the wine glass in his hand and shouted, "Convey my command. All the dragon warriors in the upper layers of the Eternal Trials shall work together to find Lin Moyu and kill him. The dragon warriors must not die in vain. I want the humans to pay with their blood." The entire Black Castle shook with the Dragon King's anger. On the other hand, After escaping from Lin, Abyss Succubus Alice used another communication rune to contact the Succubus Demon Queen, informing her of their failure. The Succubus Demon Queen told Alice that it wasn't her fault. She hadn't expected even the Crimson Moon Demon to be unable to kill Lin. The Succubus Demon Queen then ordered Alice to go to the deepest part of the central region and convey her command to the others there. Following the command, Succubus Alice left for the deepest part of the central region. She remembered the Succubus Demon Queen's orders to have those in the central region destroy Lin Moyu, saying, "Compared to the primordial rune, it's more important to kill Lin." Meanwhile, after some time, the red light above Lin's head completely disappeared, and a rune mark appeared on his hand where the primordial rune had been absorbed. Seeing the rune, Mo Yuan asked Lin if it had been completely integrated. Lin closed his eyes and concentrated all his energy into the rune. A red light surrounded Lin, and he told Mo Yuan that he could sense the location of the primordial space. Suddenly, a notification appeared, informing him that he had received the Enhanced Troop skill. This skill increases the attributes of the summoner and his summons by 200% for 30 seconds, with an additional 500% increase in all attacks dealt. The skill's cooldown time is 1 hour. Mo Yuan, unaware that Lin had gained a new skill, asked him where the primordial space was. Lin told her it was in the lower layer. Hearing this, Mo Yuan was disappointed and said, "Why is it in the lower layer? It looks like there's no chance of going at the moment." She explained to Lin that the location of the primordial space changes each time it appears. Whenever it migrates, it scatters 9 primordial runes randomly, each possessing a unique skill. She then asked Lin what skill he had received, as she had heard that these skills were all powerful. Lin told her that his skill would increase the attributes and attacks of himself and his summons for 30 seconds. Mo Yuan was amazed, realizing that the skill from the rune adapts automatically to the profession. However, Lin felt something strange when looking at the rune on his hand. It felt eerily familiar. When Lin tried to concentrate and look inside the rune, he found himself floating in space. He recognized that this was a galaxy. As he looked around, Lin had the unsettling feeling that he had seen this galaxy before.